It's Freestyle Friday!
Coming in hot with quick shots of inspiration on a variety of topics.
You've heard it, and we're going to reiterate it. For things to change, you've got to make a change. For your life to change, you have to change the way you think, change the way you act, change the people you surround yourself with. Change. You got to make the change.
Change is scary.
Change is scary. And we're reading an epic book right now by Dr. Joe Dispenza, leading thought leader in quantum physics and the brain and manifestation and all things. It's really cool because it's kind of that manifestation field, but he brings literal science into it. And you're like, whoa, this stuff is real. The brain is the craziest, most powerful thing ever. You realize it's like wild what our brains can do. And I was reading this excerpt and I was like, ooh, people need this. People need to see and hear this. Because for our life to change, we really have to change the way we think. We have to change our brain's mental exercises and routines and what it thinks and what it goes through. Because our brain is programmed, like we humans love routine. Our brain loves routine. It loves certainty. 90% of thoughts are repeated from yesterday. So if we're repeating 90% of thoughts, 90% of our life's going to look the exact same as yesterday. So here is an excerpt from it, and I want you to evaluate, like, gosh, is this me? And do I want something different? Because then I'm going to have to change the way I think. So he says, our routines plugging into our past self. For example, you probably wake up on the same side of the bed, slip into your robe the same way as always, look into the mirror to remember who you are, and shower following an automatic routine. Then you groom yourself to look like everyone expects you to look and brush your teeth in your usual memorized fashion. You drink coffee out of your favorite mug and eat your customary breakfast cereal. You put on the jacket you always wear and unconsciously zip it up. Next, you automatically drive to work along your accustomed, convenient route. At work, you do the familiar things that you've memorized how to do so well. You see the same people who push your same emotional buttons, which causes you to think the same thoughts about those people and your work and your life. Later, you hurry up and go home, so you can hurry up and eat, so you can hurry up and watch your favorite TV show, so you can hurry up and go to bed, so you can hurry up and do it all over again. Has your brain changed at all that day? Why are you secretly expecting something different to show up in your life when you think the same thoughts, perform the same actions, and experience the same emotions every single day? Isn't that the definition of insanity? All of us have fallen prey to this type of limited life one time or another. By now, you understand the reason why. In the preceding example, it is safe to say that you're reproducing the same level of mind every day. And if the quantum world shows that the environment is an extension of your mind, then as long as your mind remains the same, your life will stay status quo. Thus, if your environment remains the same and you react by thinking in the same way, then according to the quantum model of reality, shouldn't you create more of the same? Think of it this way. The input remains the same, so the output has to remain the same. How then can you ever create anything new? That hit me. That's what my life used to look like every single day.
Literally what I was just thinking was when we used to live in Boston, that was us. We were on repeat. We were going through the motions. We were just like doing what we thought we were supposed to do. It was just same thing every day.
Yeah. Moral of the story, I think, is like, whoa, am I on autopilot? What do I do on autopilot every day? And where can I start to make a shift? Where can I take a different route? Where can I think about it differently? Where can I, if I'm on the same walk route that I usually go on, start to notice different things. Notice all the different varieties of trees there. Or maybe I'm going to take a different route today. Or maybe I'm going to do something different, like whatever it is. Like if we want change in our life, we cannot have it by doing the same exact things over and over again, creating the same exact thoughts, creating the same exact emotional response. Because what I've learned from this book, and it's reaffirmed it, is want to change your life, you got to change the way you think. But beyond that, you got to change the way you talk, what you speak about. And then you got to change the emotions in your body. I can't just think about, I want to be a millionaire. It has to trigger the emotions in my body. I want to be a millionaire so my family can travel the world and I can give back and I can retire my parents. And I have to, then that brings up the emotions. And the emotion paired with the thought, the change, that's what will make the change, the difference, the feeling different day in, day out. So start to think about, where can I shake up my life? Where is it on autopilot? Where do I need to bust up that autopilot and start to think new inputs? Like, what does that look like? Because for me, it was exactly that. Going to work, doing the same things at work, coming home, eating dinner, watching some TV, and going to bed so I could just do it all over again.
It's interesting hearing you say this. Like, I reflect on how much our life has changed over the past 4 years since we lived in Boston, and that was our reality. And I was just thinking about routine. Like, yes, I wake up on, actually, I don't even wake up on the same side of the bed every day, because depending on, like, sometimes you and I will switch up which side we sleep on.
I love that. Sometimes I get in bed, I'm like, oh, Babo's on my side. Okay.
Got to roll with it. Okay, so we do wake up on the same side of the bed, but like, I was just thinking, we don't really have routines.
No.
Like, there's things we do every day. You know, we'll have a shake every day. We'll make healthy lunch every day. We'll, like, there's different we'll read. We'll listen to inspirational things on YouTube. But, like, it's not in a set order or sequence. Like, it's based off the flow of that day and what's inspiring us. And, like, it's actually really cool that no 2 days are the same.
Yeah. Now I wake up, I'm like, what is today going to bring? This is going to be exciting.
This is going to be an epic day.
I'm co-creating today. Like, I'm partly in charge and the universe is partly in charge. We'll see what happens. But Sandy brought up a really good point when we were talking about this before we hit record, was like, does this go against like a morning routine then? And I've been thinking about that. And because if you think about a morning routine, it's literally called a routine. And I think with that, it's very important not to be on autopilot, just to do the things, just to check them off the checklist. But if I think about like what I like to do as a morning routine, like meditate, read, do a little movement or exercise, what Dr. Joe Dispenza is saying, it's not that you can't do the same things, but they have to trigger different thoughts and trigger different emotions. So maybe don't do the same exact. I mean, meditation is like, you're never going to have the same meditation, because hopefully you can get your mind still, but you're going to be thinking different thoughts. Maybe you switch up the type of meditations you do, the length, or maybe you do breath work. Then let's say I'm writing in my gratitude journal. It's going to be different things. I'm not going to write the same exact thing every single day. So it's going to bring up a different emotions, different thoughts. Let's say I go do movement. One morning it might be yoga. One morning it might be CrossFit. One morning it might be a walk with Sandy and Cam. Like, you can still have routine, but do different things. It's like you wouldn't go to the gym and just do push-ups every single time. Like, no, you're gonna switch it up. Now, it's also, I think, important to note there's power and consistency too in your business. Doing the same thing over and over will produce results, but also it's mainly what Joe Dispenza is saying is change the way you think about it, change the emotions that come up. Don't just do it to check it off a checklist and be on autopilot, but where's the feeling? Where are you vibrating from?
So good. I think that's all we got.
That's all we got.
Time to reflect on it. Thanks for tuning in.
Only those that can see the invisible can do the impossible.
So remember, you are magnetic.